The Yamaha senior legacy has always stood for timeless design, classic mechanics, and soulful riding. But in 2025, Yamaha has done something daring, reviving the spirit of the senior line with a bold new contender, the Yamaha SR650. Blending heritage with modern engineering, this motorcycle captures both the essence of the vintage SR400 and the performance credentials of today's middleweight standard bikes. This is not just a motorcycle, it's Yamaha's statement to purists and modern riders alike. So let's dive into what makes the 2025 Yamaha SR650 such a captivating machine. Right off the bat, the SR650 grabs your attention with its neo-retro styling. It's unmistakably a homage to the original senior series, but with bolder proportions and sleeker lines. The round LED headlight encased in a brushed metal shell, the twin-pod analog-digital instrument cluster, the wide flat seat, and those elegant teardrop-shaped tank contours all scream retro. Yet, everything feels refined and contemporary. Yamaha didn't just copy-paste vintage elements, they evolved them. The fuel tank holds 14 liters and features a satin matte finish with tasteful pinstripes, offering a beautiful contrast to the brushed aluminum side covers and blacked-out engine casings. The SR650 looks like it belongs in a cafe tilde copyright or art gallery, but feels just as at home rumbling down city streets or winding through mountain passes. Underneath this classically inspired aesthetic lies a 649cc liquid-cooled parallel twin engine, borrowed and reworked from the Moto 7 platform, with Yamaha tweaking the tuning to provide more linear torque and smoother delivery at lower RPMs. It's not just about speed, it's about character. The motor produces around 73 horsepower at 8,750 revolutions per minute and 67 Nm of torque at 6,500 revolutions per minute, striking a balance between punchy acceleration and relaxed cruising. Yamaha has retuned the exhaust note, giving it a deep, bassy rumble that feels vintage but purposeful, almost like a modern interpretation of the old SR400 thump. The 6-speed gearbox is smooth, with a light slipper clutch that makes gear changes intuitive even in heavy traffic. The chassis is a completely redesigned tubular steel frame, offering a mix of rigidity and flex for a neutral handling experience. Yamaha paid special attention to rider ergonomics. Upright bars, mid-set pegs, and a wide seat make for an incredibly natural riding triangle. It's the kind of bike that encourages long hours on the road without fatigue. Suspension-wise, the SR650 comes with a 41mm telescopic fork at the front with 130mm of travel, and twin rear shocks with preload adjustability. While this setup is more traditional than sporty, it's tuned for real-world usability, soaking up potholes, uneven surfaces, and highway imperfections with confidence. It's not razor-sharp like an R7, but it doesn't need to be. This is a bike for riders who enjoy the feel of the road, not just lap times. Braking is handled by 298mm dual discs up front with axial calipers, and a 245mm rear disc, both equipped with dual-channel ABS. Braking power is progressive, giving you control without overwhelming the ride. Yamaha also offers a higher-spec variant of the SR650 with radial calipers and braided lines for riders who want even more precision. The wheels are 17-inch spoke units with tubeless-compatible rims, another beautiful nod to the retro scene but without sacrificing modern practicality. The tires come standard with Michelin Road 5s, providing excellent grip in both dry and wet conditions. One of the SR650's most pleasant surprises is its tech suite. Yamaha decided not to overload it with unnecessary gizmos, instead focusing on meaningful upgrades. The instrument cluster combines analog dials for speed and RPM with a discrete LCD panel that provides trip data, fuel economy, gear indicator, and Bluetooth connectivity. Yamaha's Y-Connect app support allows for notifications, maintenance tracking, and ride logs, a subtle modern features integrated seamlessly into the classic experience. The LED lighting setup is also worth mentioning, and not just the headlight, but the tail light and indicators too are crisp and efficient. These small modern touches elevate the practicality of the SR650 without distracting from its nostalgic charm. In terms of performance, the SR650 isn't a track monster, but that's the point. It's a soulful everyday machine. On the open road, it cruises comfortably at 110 at 120 km/h with enough throttle left to overtake. In the city, it's nimble, light, and friendly. The engine never feels overworked or too aggressive, making it a perfect companion for both new riders and seasoned enthusiasts looking for a more relaxed daily ride. Fuel economy is another win. Yamaha claims around 25–28 km/L, depending on your riding style. With its 14-liter tank, you're looking at a solid 350 400 km of range between fill-ups, ideal for weekend road trips or cross-town commutes. Let's talk price. The 2025 Yamaha SR650 is priced at around $7,999 in most markets, with slight regional variations. For a bike with this level of engineering, style, and reliability, It's positioned very competitively. Yamaha is clearly targeting riders who want something a little more cultured than a naked sport bike, but more capable than a basic retro 300cc. Customization is also a major selling point. Yamaha is offering a wide range of factory accessories, windscreens, saddlebags, copyright tracer seats, brand mirrors, engine guards, and more. Within the first few months of launch, expect to see a whole subculture emerge around the SR650A scrambler builds. Tracker kits, copyright mods, and touring versions will likely flourish. Now here's where the SR650 really wins. It's accessible, not just in terms of price, but in terms of attitude. It doesn't scream for attention, yet it turns heads. It doesn't overwhelm you with power, yet it delivers satisfying performance. It doesn't bombard you with electronics, but it gives you just enough modern tech to stay relevant. The 2025 SR650 is, above all else, a bike that feels honest. You get on, you ride, and you enjoy the road just like riders did in the golden age of motorcycling. Rivals? Sure, there are a few. The Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 is an obvious comparison, with its similar retro ethos and twin-cylinder power. Then there's the Kawasaki Z650 RS, which is more performance-oriented but carries a higher price tag. Yamaha sits perfectly in the middle, balancing charm, usability, and value. For taller riders, the 810mm seat height might feel a little low, but the comfort is undeniable. Shorter riders will especially appreciate how easy it is to flat-foot at stops. Yamaha has also introduced optional low and high seat options for riders of varying builds. In conclusion, the 2025 Yamaha SR650 is more than just a new model. It's a love letter to motorcycling. For riders who appreciate both the journey and the machine, it delivers something few bikes do anymore. Whether you're just starting your motorcycling journey or adding to an already impressive garage, the SR650 is one of those rare motorcycles that bridges generations. So if you've been waiting for a machine that offers modern reliability with classic character, the 2025 Yamaha SR650 might just be the perfect motorcycle. Not because it's the fastest or flashiest, but because it's real, it's refined, and it reminds us why we fell in love with riding in the first place. This has been Relevant Radar TV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon if you love detailed reviews on the latest motorcycles. Let us know in the comments, would you ride the SR650 or customize it into your dream retro build?